Hello, I'm Duhood, and today we're going to be talking about fears and where they originate from. Now, first we're going to be getting into fears that we can be born with, so you don't... basically, humans can be born with only 2 fears. The first fear that humans can be born with is falling. Now, humans can be born with this fear because it is our instinct to avoid falling, you know? Especially as a baby, you don't want to fall because you're prone to dying. Or even if you're not a baby, you're prone to injury. Basically, you don't want to fall, okay? So that's why we're born with that fear, to stop us from falling, to avoid it, you know? And the main reason humans don't want to fall is because we need to be able to reproduce. Now, the second and last fear that you can be born with is loud noises. This is an evolutionary survival mechanism. Basically, loud noises often signal danger, so we're born with this to basically... to have it in us from the get-go, to avoid danger, avoid the signal, you know? Now, we're gonna be... Now, the first fear we're going to be looking into is spiders. This fear actually originates from our evolutionary past. Once humans learned about poisonous, venomous spiders, it kind of gave us an evolutionary trait to be scared of them, to, like, just instantly feel fear, because we need to protect ourselves. Now, it's all fun and games to say that it's just evolutionary, but also... it's their appearance. The spiders that I'm scared of are not the big, like, if there was a tarantula next to me right now, I'd be okay. I'd want to hold it, I want to pet it. They're cute, actually. The spiders that scare me are the little ones, because they can go anywhere and undetected. They're so, like, sneaky. They're so sneaky because they're small, and that just freaks me out even more because they can get wherever they want. Like, they could get in my mouth, you know, when I'm sleeping or something. Another thing that kind of makes you scared of spiders is the fact that they're nocturnal, actually. Nocturnal creatures just evoke a feeling of uneasiness and, creepiness. The next fear we're going to be talking about is the fear of space. Dad, if you're watching this, click off. A big reason for the fear of space happening, a big origin of the fear is historical and religious beliefs. I'm not too sure about the ins and outs of religion and space and all that, but that is a factor. And historically, monkeys and dogs have died in space, so that would just freak you out. And the fact that, you know, there's black holes, I mean, stuff like that does creep people out, but, yeah. There are also some psychological factors to do with this fear. You're statistically more likely to have this fear if you already have some sort of anxiety disorder. I mean, think about how humongous space is. It's literally infinite. It is infinite. So that kind of overwhelming... The fact that we are so insignificant is overwhelming to some. The fear of space also kind of links to the fear of the unknown, because we don't really know what's out there. We only know the tiniest speck of dust about what's out there. So the fear of the unknown goes hand in hand with this one. And science fiction doesn't help, because science fiction, we've all seen How to Catch an Alien or whatever they're called. Science fiction basically scares the living shit out of people who, it just scares the living shit out of people, to be honest. I mean, science fiction teaches us that aliens are gonna come down and destroy our planet and kill us and do other things to us. And it also just portrays space in quite a scary way, you know. And the fear of space is connected to a lot of fears, like we've said previously, the fear of the unknown, and also claustrophobia. I don't really know how they coincide, because I feel like they're complete opposites, but yeah. Because, I mean, claustrophobia is you being scared of small spaces, and space is the biggest space ever, so... I don't know about that one. But another fear that it's linked to is nyctophobia. I'm probably saying that wrong. Basically the fear of the dark, which we can all agree is understandable. Next page! The last fear we're going to be talking about is megalophobia.
Huh?
The fear of... Wait, never mind. The next and last fear we're going to be talking about is melophobia. Now, fear of music, the origin of it is pretty understandable. It could be because of some traumatic events that have happened whilst you're listening to music. For example, you accidentally ran over your dog and My Way by Frank Sinatra is playing in the background. That could genuinely cause you to have this fear. It's such a simple thing, but everyone's mind works differently, and yeah, traumatic experience, that can give you melophobia. Now, a Freudian, our favorite guy, a Freudian interpretation of this fear is that music could be triggering a repressed or unconscious complex. And you're right, I don't know what that means, but you might. So that's why I told you, if you want to look that up, you can. I'm not. My guess is it has something to do with spirituality. Now, the final thing that could cause melophobia, the fear of music, is physical sensitivities. I don't need to read this anymore, I've memorized it. For example, loud noises, high-pitched noises, can cause distress and anxiety, so that could very well cause you to gain that fear of music, which honestly is, if I was, listen, if I had that fear, I'd be so pissed. Oh my god, because music is like literally the language of the universe. It's the best thing humans have created. Also, humans didn't even create music. Music was around before humans. Birds sing, you know, and you could rub a stick over wood, rigid wood, and that could make, yeah, humans didn't create music. I'm sick of people saying that. But anyway, let me know if you want to make a part 2. What? Let me know if you want me to make a part 2 of this. If you want any fears for me. What? If you have any fears for me to dive into, let me know in the comments and I will be sure to do that. Make sure you like if you like this video, and even if you didn't, still like it, because literally doesn't cost you a thing, to be honest. And subscribe, because please subscribe if you like me and this video and the channel. Comment if you want me to make a part 2, if you have any other video suggestions. Do you have any of these fears? And if you do, what do you think caused it? And like the video and just have a great day, basically. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon, I promise.